Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.
It was back to work today for the Oklahoma City Thunder after last night's 103-81 loss to the Miami Heat. Next up, the LA Clippers, and today we hear from Scott Brooks on the remnants of what that loss did for the Thunder, and we also hear from Russell Westbrook on his return.
2 straight weeks at home now. Is this almost a training camp for you guys to kind of get back in the swing of things while you got some games going too?
I mean, it's a good time for us to get our stuff together for the next 25, 26 games we have left, and take care of home court like we're supposed to.
What are some goals for you all over the next few weeks heading into the home stretch?
Just taking game by game, day by day, coming in every day, just trying to sharpen our tools, get our mind right, and try to make the next jump.
Two-part question. How does having a lot of practice time help the team as a whole? And then how does it help you in your rehab?
As a team, I think it's very important for us to get in the gym, create a rhythm for ourselves, get a nice sweat, stay in good shape. And as for myself, it's kind of similar, just be able to condition my body, stay in shape, get back with the starter unit, get back with the guys, and running plays, playing together. Just getting back to the flow of things. That's nothing's changed.
Timing, rhythm, all that.
Yeah, all that it comes back slowly but surely. But
Russ, after your first game action in 8 weeks, how'd you feel this morning? How do you feel?
Good, yeah. I feel great. I mean, I feel normal. I feel like I felt yesterday, which is a good thing. And just looking forward to the next day and the next game.
It seemed like you were passing up some shots last time that you might typically take. Were you kind of taking that approach, feeling yourself back into the game?
No. I mean, I can't play that way, man. If I was open, then I would shoot it, but I just play off instincts. Whenever a guy in front of me, I pass it. If not, then make the next best play for my team.
How's the jumper feel? We didn't, see it that much last night, especially on the court. Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels fine. I mean, just the opportunity didn't present itself for me to shoot it as much. Miami does a good job of putting 2 on the ball, so there wasn't many times for me to shoot pull-ups unless I was going to be able to force it, but there was no need for me to do that neither. So, but it feels fine.
How about your touch overall, dribble-wise? I mean, it looked like throughout the game it seemed to be getting more fluid. Is that?
It'll come back slowly but surely. I'm not worried about it much. Nobody didn't take the ball from me, so I'm not worried about that. Turnovers, that just happens. Normally, I averaged 4 turnovers before, so it's not a big deal.
You had that transition layup, kind of hit the guy with the in and out dribble. Did your eyes light up when you had that opportunity?
Yeah, that was the only one of the only opportunities I had to be able to do that. So we definitely did. When I caught the ball, I turned around and said, well, this is maybe a good opportunity for me to attack and see what I'm able to do. So.
You're on the bike, sometimes during your stretches yesterday. Yeah. How much does that help you kind of stay?
It helps now, especially during the time I can't play as much as I want with the minute restrictions, so I'm out for a longer period of time than usual. So I have to be able to get myself going, get my blood moving, get my legs warm, and be ready to get back on the floor.
How much does the stretch taught you about, keeping your body right, doing different things to keep
it taught me a lot. The last couple of years I didn't try different things, recovering and, just trying to take care of my body, which is the most important part if you want to play, many years in this league.
Anybody else?
Russell, would you talk about the maturity of the ball club, putting that game behind you and moving on to Sunday?
We got a great group of guys, that come in, each and every day ready to work. And it's just one game. We lost a game, and we move on to the next. We got Clippers on Sunday, and we got to prepare ourselves for that game.
How does being at home and your ability to get in the gym for an extended period and have full practices, how does that help you guys?
I think it's always good to be home. We have a great environment here. Our guys love being in the gym. It was a good work today. We didn't put a lot of wasn't a lot of time on the court, but it was enough time. After last night, we wanted to come back into the gym and just touch the basketball and compete against each other a little bit. I thought it's always good to be home. We have a great environment. We love being here.
Is the timing of the schedule especially good coming off the All-Star break and with Russ integrating back into the starting lineup?
Yeah, it's always good when you have days off between games and you're home. We have a nice home stand. Some very tough teams coming in. We have to play well to win, but I like what we do here, and Russ coming back, it's going to take some time, just to get his legs under him. But he puts the work in, and game by game, his conditioning is going to improve.
Do you have to fight the temptation to almost stuff too much into your lesson plans when you're in a stretch like this?
Well, it's always, we have a good group of guys that have been around the program for a while, so we can always add things that we've done in the past that it takes just like a refresher course. But some of the new guys, the younger guys, that they pick things up pretty quickly. I'm excited about their learning curve. They've really improved a lot this season. Probably more than a lot of people expected, but not what we do. We expect our guys to get better, and I think they've done a great job with that. The fun part about it is just integrating the group together and keep improving what we do.
I know you don't really like to separate starters and bench, so is this time more about just finding chemistry for the whole group when you're together?
Yeah, I mean, how do you know I don't like that?
Because you've seen it.
Okay, and what's my reason?
Because I don't know.
Because I was always the other guy, the other group. All right, the other group, go down to that end. 11 years, 12 years, whatever. It's not easy being the other group. So I've always talked about our group as the Thunder, and I understand you have to go blue-white, but it's always about us. And the good thing about us, we can play different style of plays. We can mix and match starters and guys that come off the bench. But I love what we do. I love the attitude that we brought today. And last night, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I was, we all are disappointed on how we played. But the thing that I told the guys, I'm disappointed how we played, but I'm not disappointed in you. And there's a big difference. We're very prideful. We don't want to lose against an exhibition game, in any game that we play. But I was disappointed in the way we play. But I'm not disappointed in any of our guys in our team. We got high character guys that love the game. They love to compete. They love to win. They care about each other. So we have a great foundation.
Scott, you were without Bert the first game out there. What are you anticipating Sunday? Is his status off of last night? How's it stand?
Well, it's that left groin, and he's later on this afternoon. He will get an MRI, and then we'll go from there. At this point, I have no indication of how long and what it entails. We will know more after the MRI.
Scott, in Russell's return, did you base his playing time last night on what you saw or a formula that you came up with before the game?
Well, it's everybody was involved in it. Our medical staff, myself, Russell, everybody plays a role in all of our guys. And I understand Russell gave up our minutes played, so my competitive advantage and disadvantage doesn't mean anything. Did he at least not tell you when I'm going to play him and when I'm not going to play him? The good thing about it, he felt good today, and I'm not worried about the knee. I'm worried about the body. You play an NBA game. It's different than practicing. It's different than a pickup game. But he came back. He felt pretty good. He's fresh. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the opportunity to continue to improve the group. We have levels of improvement that we can get to the rest of the 26 games left.
How much did this stretch with Russell in the lineup, out of the lineup, and teach you about maybe being at times overly cautious about bringing players back? Because it seems this time around you guys are really being cautious about minutes and stuff like that.
No, I don't think I don't look at it that way. I think it's more of the timing. He's coming back in a part of the season where we don't have a lot of practice time. And even the days that we have off, our guys have played all season long, so we can't have, not just us, all the other 29 NBA teams, you can't have 2-hour practices. It's just the body can't handle that if you want to continue to play at a high level energy-wise going in late in the season and in the playoffs. So it's more of that. So I don't think the cautious word is probably, it's just we're at a part of the season that we have to do what's best for the team, and some guys practice time is going to be limited. So Russell's going to have to, that's my job, that's the tricky part of my job, is to find practice time and also give time off, and just from the long part of the season.
Hindsight's always 20/20, but with what you're doing now, do you almost wish, going back to the beginning of the season when you brought him back, maybe you did bring him back a little slower, 24 minutes a game, that type of deal?
No, not one bit. Like I've always said, and our organization will never, ever, ever, no matter how important that game is to put our players in harm's way. All of our guys, when they're on the court, they're ready to play basketball. If they're not on the court, they're not ready to play. Russell, we've always been that way. I can only speak to what we do here, but that had no bearing on what we're doing now and what we did then. It's mainly just because it's this part of the season. If it was the early part of the season, we would have more practice times and training camp and those things that would be a factor.
He was biking during the game a little bit yesterday. He was doing some kind of like knee drills at times. Have you seen him kind of grow in his thought process of keeping the knee fresh and different stuff?
I think he's always done that, and I think that's something that we always do. It's just other ways to stay loose, knowing that you're going to be inserted into the game, shortly. It's just another way that we always put our players in the best position to have success, and that gives him another opportunity to be loose. The biking thing, that's going to come and go. It's where he feels, but the stretching, I think all guys have to do that. It's one of the things I did as a player, knowing that my time would come in, I have to get ready, and he's no different than the other guys in that aspect.
He passed up any shots yesterday. It seemed like at times, he's maybe not feeling the jump as well. Did you kind of see that?
I didn't see that. I thought he was good. He attacked, got to the free throw line. The shots, I look at shots as good shots. If they're good shots, take it. I thought we passed up a few good shots, but we bobbled the ball a lot. We were throwing the ball all over the place, and some of the catches that we had, they weren't clean, fresh, crisp catches. It's something that hopefully after today and then another one tomorrow on Sunday, we'll be sharper in that regard.
Perk can't go tomorrow. Would you anticipate starting Steven like you did in the past?
Not gonna. At this point, I'm not going to go there yet. Just see how Perk MRI turns out, and then we have to make that decision tomorrow or Sunday for sure.
Oklahoma City Thunder coach Scott Brooks. Kendrick Perkins getting that MRI. Scott will not talk about his playing status on Sunday until those test results come in. That's today's Thunder Report. I'm David Garrett on 107.7 The Franchise.